Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
And smartly reclaimed.
Can he finish? And it's a goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Paris Saint-Germain finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And he's intervened well there. Lobbed in behind. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to break at pace. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Rummenigge. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Threads one in. Ball's gone out of play. Played into space, and that's an errant pass. He's had it taken off him. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, played through for the wide man. Caceres did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. David Villa. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Tries to punt. Big chance! It's a goal! Paris Saint-Germain are back on level terms. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Rummenigge, Bergkamp, and that is expertly dealt with. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the good chance here! Now, who's going to be first to this? He slings it in. Rodri with the clearance. Oh, easy pickings there. Beckham unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Van Dijk.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. David Villa. Rodri. Albert. And it's Rodri. Can he get it through? Thinks about the shot. Bergkamp.
This is the time you need that pace.
Great vision. And this is Beckham. Dembele. Could move up a gear here. Albert. Now it's Rodri. And he's chosen to go back.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Davis. Cannavaro. It's Bergkamp. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. How would you review the first half?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far, so it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
Paris Saint-Germain are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game, 1-1 the score. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Paris Saint-Germain have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Just eases him off the ball. Referee's given a throw. Albert. Can he get on the end of this? Played back in. Rummenigge. He can get that clear. Paris Saint-Germain have got it back and they'll have another go. Hakimi. Rodri.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And it's Bergkamp. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And he's there to belt it away. Nicked it back promptly. Koundé. Looking for options for movement. So nearly the perfect ball. Messi. And it's Davids. Knocks it into space. Albert receives it in a good position here. Nice looking ball. Van Dijk gets over and intercepts. Rodri. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He has found the way through. Oh, lovely. Bergkamp! Oh, that was wicked. A truly wicked effort.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Hakimi. Nicely shaped ball. Pass somewhat off target. Hakimi is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Kimmich. Beckham. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Rummenigge might just make this. Oh, that's a key interception. Hazard. So what can they make of this? Caceres. Now it's Kimmich. Paris Saint-Germain looking to pass their way through. Well, that pass isn't the best. Plays a sharp little ball here. Tries a shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And again they hit the front. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical. Paris Saint-Germain really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Well read, and the danger is averted. That is ended up in no man's land. Pinches it off him. That pass has been well intercepted. Albert is onto this, tries to play it through. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 19, Messi. À sa place, le numéro 6.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Now it's Mbappe. And he's worked it through. He's picked his way through. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And that's a good-looking ball. The final 5 minutes. Looking to play him in. That is a brilliant interception.
Paris Saint-Germain really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Ronaldinho. Azar. Nicely weighted ball. Cannavaro gets across to intercept that.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Rodri. Now, what about a counter-attack? Well-timed, excellent interception. And here's Neymar. And this is Raul. Oh, it's come loose.
And there goes the final whistle.
Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things.
So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Paris Saint-Germain, absolutely shocking here. Shockingly porous down the middle, which was painfully exploited, and that's left plenty for the manager to think about. A painful reminder of where standards really need to be.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all. Well, this may be a relatively recent rivalry, but there's plenty of history behind it nonetheless. Two big beasts of the French game, battling over bragging rights, and perhaps much more. This is Le Classique, and it is not for the faint-hearted. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. A grand old guard taking on a relatively new superpower, spiced up by history and culture of cities and people.
Well, two teams that...
Could be danger here!
Can he finish? There it is!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
That is so good, such sharp skills. And such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Cannavaro did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Now he's got space here. Beckham. Paris Saint-Germain leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Tries to play it through. Pass is just off target. Beckenbauer. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Van Bouten. And it's Davids. And Adams. Mbappe. Showing great feet there. He has found the way through. Delivered with swing. Cleared away. Pinches it off him. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And here's Bale. And he's being shifted off it. Bale was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Hit into the middle. Marseille upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing.
Decent chance! It's got in, and it is an own goal!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Messi in acres of space out. And Messi! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Messi has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Bergkamp. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. Off the post! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Messi certainly got the pace he wanted on that, but not the all-important bend.
Beckenbauer, that's really well manoeuvred. 30 minutes gone. Oh, this is a great position. He's a sharp little ball here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Davids gets across to intercept that. And it's Davids. Messi. Rummenigge. Davids. Sends it crossfield. Bale. Now it's Maradona. And this is Bebeto. Played in with purpose.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Davids. Oh, easy pickings there. Cannavaro. Maradona. Oh, no joy this time. Beckham. Now Bergkamp. Van Balten makes the interception. Rodri. Davids. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Ah, that's a fine interception. Maradona. And it's Maradona.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Looking for options for movement. Can he finish? Oh, nearly, but not quite.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
Beckenbauer. Rodri. Adams. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. And that's the second half started.
Paris Saint-Germain are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Takes a shot! And that's caused a worry or two.
Messi really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
This looks promising. He's picked his way, shapes to shoot! And he's done it!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely Up he goes! It's a goal! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
This is quite a battle.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Rummenigge. Now that looks a decent ball. And this is Bergkamp. Out to the left it goes. Maradona. Mbappe is onto this. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. It's a good spell of possession, this. And he's quick to snatch it back. Who saw this coming? Paris Saint-Germain are hurt by just about the final punch. Marseille needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Now it's Eto'o. Now it's Maradona. Back into the middle. Bebeto. Khan claims it, and the danger passes. Nicely weighted ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of...
There's the header! Maradona. Now it's Eto'o.
That has been slung wide. That's a shade optimistic.
Rodri. Bebeto.
Chance for a shot! Goal! Marseille!
And the game is well and truly turned on its head. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Bebeto demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 23.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Well read, nice interception. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. That is good alertness. Hernandez knocks it into space, tries to pass it through, chance to...
Oh, smashing header! And that would have been game, set and match.
Bebeto really should have done better there. I just hope for his sake that he doesn't live to regret that.
Now it's Mbappe. Messi,
he's found a way. Messi! And another try! And somehow he managed to miss it.
Cannavaro. And it's Ronaldinho. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Marseille clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Paris Saint-Germain have reclaimed it. Paris Saint-Germain are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
Bebeto.
And that's been won straight back. Now, can they get him away?
Real chance! Really well taken goal. And this is getting better and better.
More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Oh, that's excellent.
Oh, shooting chance!
And that has been cleared. Looking for the run. That is a brilliant interception. Now it's Mbappe.
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
And this is Bebeto.
And the shot! It's hit the upright. Just cruising! They are cruising!
But pour l'équipe de l'Olympique de
Up
Marseille.
by 3! They have their boots on the throats of their foes.
Le numéro 19.
He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So now the difference is 3.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Attention, changement.
Time for a change in personnel.
Aimed beyond the defence.
And a chance! It's there! Comfort! Yet more And that is it. The referee has seen enough.
Paris Saint-Germain illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with,
But as we have seen so many times, they ended up with nothing. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as your usual indicators like form become pretty irrelevant. It's a tough one to take, but these players have got what it takes to come back from this.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.